Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a story that's going to send shivers down your spine. It's a tale of loss, secrets, and a haunting realization that some pasts refuse to stay buried. Get ready for this one, because it's a journey into the unsettling. It all began a year ago. 365 days since a thick, heavy silence fell over an apartment, replacing the vibrant sound of Akari's laughter. For Tatsuya and their one-year-old son, Haru, that silence wasn't empty. It was a presence, a constant reminder of what was lost. The steady drumming of rain outside the window used to be comforting, but now it sounded like fingernails dragging slowly, persistently, coldly down the glass. Haru, just a year old, was a terrifyingly quiet child. He barely cried, even as a newborn. He just watched. His eyes, exact replicas of Akari's, would follow Tatsuya, unblinking, slowly scanning the dim room. Sometimes Tatsuya wondered what Haru was truly looking at. Was it him? Or was it something else? Something Tatsuya couldn't see, standing right behind him. Today was the anniversary of Akari's death. Tatsuya had taken the day off work, telling himself it was to honor her. But the truth was, he couldn't concentrate. He'd postponed sorting through Akari's belongings for 12 months, and every time he tried, his chest would tighten, a suffocating weight. But today, he had to. He pulled open a cedar chest drawer, and a powerful, familiar scent hit him, as vivid as a physical blow. Camille, her favorite shampoo, and the comforting smell of old paper. Beneath a pile of silk scarves Akari had never worn, Tatsuya found a fabric-bound book, her pregnancy journal. His hand trembled as he reached for it. He'd never read it. When she was alive, it had been her private space. After she was gone, he hadn't dared. It felt too much like admitting that all that was left of her were words on paper. He slumped to the floor, his back against the bed. The carpet still held a faint indentation where she used to sit. The room felt suffocating. He could smell the dust in the air, feel the chill seeping through his t-shirt, even though it was summer. He opened the first page. Akari's handwriting. Neat, round, and full of hope. April 10th. The doctor confirmed it. "We're having a baby," Tatsuya cried. I've never seen him cry like that. He promised he'd be the best father. A sad smile touched Tatsuya's lips. He remembered that day. He had cried. He had promised. He had promised to protect them both. He read on. Pages filled with joy. About her strange midnight cravings. About the baby things they bought. The crib they assembled together. A booth. The name, Haru, they chose. Meaning spring, because he was their new beginning. Everything was warm. Everything was right. Until he reached the 7th month, her handwriting began to change. It was no longer round. It became shaky, rushed, as if she were writing in fear. September 15th. Another checkup. The doctor said Haru hasn't turned yet. Brichi said there's still time, but his voice sounded worried. Tatsuya held my hand, but it felt so cold. Tatsuya's heart tightened. He remembered her anxiety. It had been like a dark cloud enveloping their apartment, blocking out all the light. She started losing sleep. She said she heard whispers in the night. He'd brushed it off. He'd told her it was just stress, just hormones. He told her to stop worrying about nonsense. He turned the page. A drawing fell out. It wasn't a cute sketch of a baby or a heart. It was a pencil drawing, terrifyingly detailed. A young man in a hoodie, huddled under a concrete bridge. His face was completely obscured by shadows, but his posture radiated despair. Akari's line work was so real, Tatsuya could almost feel the damp chill of the concrete, smell the mildew. Beneath it, she had written a small line. Future sketch, number 1. Tatsuya frowned. Why would she draw this? It looked nothing like Haru. Future sketch. Whose future? He flipped through more pages. Just short entries, documenting her growing fear of a September 30th. He still won't turn. He doesn't want to come out. I'm scared. Tatsuya, I'm so scared. Then, tucked between 2 pages, was the second drawing. This time, it was a woman. Long, dark hair. She was standing on a deserted train platform, under a pale yellow streetlight. She seemed to be staring right at Tatsuya through the paper. A chill ran down his spine. He recognized that platform. It was the old suburban station where they used to date. But who was this woman? Beneath it, Akari had written again, Future sketch, number 2. The air in the room seemed to thicken. The rain tapping the window sounded exactly like fingernails scraping. Tatsuya could almost smell the metallic rust of the platform in the drawing. He had to stop. He stood up, his heart racing. He went to check on Haru. His son was standing in his crib, not sleeping. He was gripping the wooden bars, staring at the opposite wall, utterly silent. Even his breathing seemed to be held back. Haru, Tatsuya called softly. He turned. His movement was stiff. His eyes were wide, black, emotionless. He just looked at Tatsuya with no recognition, no demand, then turned back to the blank wall, as if the wall was 1,000 times more interesting than he was. A knot of unease tightened in Tatsuya's stomach. He went back to the bedroom. He had to finish a adukno. He picked up the journal. His palm was slick with cold sweat. He flipped rapidly through the pages, searching, and he found it. The third drawing. It was sloppier than the first two, as if drawn in a panic. The pencil strokes tore at the paper. An elderly woman, walking a small dog in a park at night. Only dim moonlight illuminated the scene. The dog was looking up, barking at something just outside the frame. Akari's writing here was nearly illegible. Future sketch, number 3. Please make it stop. 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 What? Tatsuya threw the journal aside. His heart was hammering. 3 pictures. 3 strangers. Why did Akari call them future sketches? Whose future? Haru's no? It couldn't be. His son. His son couldn't. His phone vibrated on the table. A text from a coworker. Tatsuya, you okay? Just reminding you about the meeting tomorrow. Reality rushed back. The meeting. Work. A normal world. He let out a breath. They were just drawings. His wife had prenatal depression. She was panicking. She drew strange things. That's all. He was scaring himself. He checked the clock. It was almost dark. He had to make Haru dinner. He put the journal back in the drawer. As he closed it, a small, folded piece of paper fell from the last page. It picked it up. It wasn't a drawing. It was a news clipping. A tiny one. Yellowed with age. Body of young male, discovered under Tama Bridge. Police suspect suicide. Tatsuya froze. Tama Bridge. The first sketch. He scrambled for his laptop, his fingers fumbling on the keys, mistyping his password. He searched. Suicide. Tama Bridge. The article popped up from 3 years ago. Older than he thought. He clicked the images. A blurry photo of the scene. Police standing around a covered form. But the background, the concrete pillars, the graffiti on the wallet, was the exact bridge from Akari's drawing. Identical in every detail. No. A coincidence. Just a coincidence. Akari must have read this news and drawn it. His heart pounded wildly. He searched again, compulsively. Woman, suburban train station. Woman, Inekashira station. A dozen results, but one headline caught his eye. Woman mysteriously missing after work. Last seen at a Nukashira station. He clicked. The woman's photo loaded. Long, dark hair. Smiling at an office party. Identical to the second drawing. This article was from 4 years ago. His throat was dry. He didn't dare search for the last one. The old woman, the dog, the park. He knew what he would find. Why? Why did Akari draw these? They weren't future sketches. They were past sketches. Old deaths, why was she obsessed with them? He went back to the journal. He had missed the very last page. The last page she ever wrote. Her writing from the night before she went to the hospital. October 10th. I found them, your old photos, tucked inside that thick philosophy book you never read. The ones you took primera, burned them. I burned them all. I tried to believe it was the past. That you changed when you met me. But then Haru came. He wouldn't turn. I understand now. It wasn't Breach Birth. He's just Breach. He's reverse. He's like you. I recognize my sketches. They aren't my imagination. They are memories, your memories. Somehow he's feeding them to me. From inside me, I've seen 3. And I know there are more. Your guilt, I can't forgive it. Our child. But Tatsuya, I still love you. Tatsuya dropped the journal. The room started to spin. No, not his memories. He had buried them. He became Tatsuya. an office worker, a husband, a father. That past was dead. The photos, Before Akari, he used to be an observer. He was obsessed with final moments. He took pictures of them, from a distance. The man on the bridge, the woman at the station, right before the Akari knew. She found the pictures. She knew what he was. Breach. She wasn't talking about the baby's position. She was talking about his nature. Tatsuya bolted from the room. The rain now sounded like screaming. He stood in front of Haru's crib. He wasn't there. The crib gate was open. A sound from his own room, the nursery, the scrape of a crayon. Haru. Tatsuya called, his voice cracking. He pushed open the nursery door. Haru was standing, not seating. He was standing perfectly still, his back to Tatsuya, facing the white wall. He was holding a red crayon. Tatsuya stepped closer. On the wall was a drawing, crude, primitive, drawn by the hand of a 1-year-old. It was just one stick figure. A large one. The figure was standing, its face drawn as an angry circle, just standing there, alone, isolated. It was him. Somehow, Tatsuya knew the drawing was of him. Haru turned around. He wasn't crying. He wasn't scared. He smiled at Tatsuya. A smile he had never seen. A smile that did not belong to a child. His Akari eyes lit up grotesquely, full of knowing. He pointed at the wall, at Tatsuya's drawing. He whispered a single word, his infant voice terribly clear. Number 4? What an ending, right? This story is a chilling reminder that some secrets have a way of surfacing. And sometimes, the past isn't just behind us, it's living through us. If this story sent a chill down your spine, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Don't forget to like this video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe for more content like this. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload. Stay curious, and I'll see you next time.